this is your sign to slow down. I understand you want that goal really badly. I understand you want that dream life really badly. But what you don't realize when you start trying to speed up the process, when you start trying to do things faster, it isn't a sign that you want it really bad. It's a sign that you're desperate to get it. And I think in hustle culture and social media, we have kind of fantasized this desperate mindset. When that's not going to help you actually get the goal, that's only going to allow you to burn out and want to quit eventually. On the route to a huge goal, on the route to a big dream, a dream life, it takes long-term consistency. So if you go about trying to win a marathon by sprinting on the first lap, yes, you'll be in front of everybody, but you're not going to finish the race. So my perspective as I chase my dreams is always, how can I take one step at a time? How can I get one step closer? Not how I can win the whole race in one day, not how I can be as fast as possible in one day, but how can I consistently take steps for the next 10, 20, 30 years? Because that's how big things are achieved. I think we have looked too much at how things work in other parts of our lives. Like we are filled with short-term validation everywhere. We have our phones, we have TikTok. We can get short-term gratification. We need to focus on delayed gratification because big goals take insane delayed gratification. Not just working hard for a week, but it's like working hard for years. There's an Ice Cube quote where he says, if you're not willing to go hard at something for 5 years without making a single cent from it, then you don't want it enough and you probably shouldn't even try. And that's my same philosophy. If you can't not be desperate, and when I mean not be desperate, be willing to work hard and not get anything back for a long period of time, then you don't want it for the right reasons. You want it for the money, for the fame, whatever. What you'll find is any great person that achieves something really big, like that took a long amount of time to get, they didn't just want it, but they love the process to it. And so it's super hard not to be desperate. It's super hard not to slow down when you don't like what you're doing. And so what I want you to do, one, with this video is before we even talk about or before I encourage you again to slow down, I want you to analyze if you're actually going about the things that you're going about for the right reasons. I want you to actually ask yourself, do you love what you're doing? Or are you doing it to prove to other people that you can make it? Are you doing it to get this some sort of validation? Because if that's the case, then the goal or all that isn't even the problem we should be talking about. It's actually who you are, figuring that out. And don't be feeling bad if you haven't figured it out yet, because all of us are lost in trying to figure out what's going on. But as you keep trying to speed up the process to an end goal, you'll realize even if you get there, it doesn't fix your problems. You can have the most money in the world, you can get the biggest achievement in the world, but if you aren't right here, I promise you, you're still losing the game in life. There are people in this world that don't have a lot of money, that aren't super successful in other people's eyes, that don't have a lot of followers on Instagram, but they're some of the most successful people in the world. You know why? Because they define success for themselves and they achieved it regardless of what you think. A lot of us, we're trying to be successful in the eyes of other people, but we hate ourselves in the mirror. So you have to slow down and really figure out, who am I? What do I love to do? What do I really want to accomplish with my life? Not what social media is telling me I need to accomplish, not what my friends are telling me I need to accomplish, not what my parents are telling me, not what even my short-term need of validation is telling me I want. What is my highest self? What is my truest self? What is my self in my deepest form really want and really love? And when you figure that out, then you can start planning goals the right way, because now you're not in a mindset and in this like vibe of desperate. Because when you're desperate, you're not attractive. If you're trying to sell something to somebody, if you're trying to get somebody to buy your service, to follow you on Instagram, to help you out in whatever goal you're trying to get, it's harder for them to want it when you are desperate for it. And I know it may seem like desperate, that what I'm talking about is working hard, but that's not working hard. That's bad energy. You got to be so at peace with, this is me. If you rock with it, you rock with it. If you don't, you don't. And when you do that, you give yourself space to not only attract more buyers or more followers or whatever you're trying to get, but you also allow yourself to be successful in other areas of your life. A lot of times we act as if just the goal of getting rich or just the goal of reaching this accomplishment is the only reason we're here on earth. That's insanity. You're also meant to be a good person for your family. You're also meant to want to go vacation and have fun. You're also meant to be a good friend. You're also meant to try out other hobbies. You're also meant to do a whole bunch of things. You aren't just what you do. You are a whole person in a totality. And so you have to slow down and realize it isn't just about the results. It's about who you are and living through your heart. And when you do that, everything comes in due time. But when you're speeding up the process, you got to realize that you're probably doing it for the wrong reasons, or you forgot the real reason you started in the first place. So if you need more help trying to figure out what you really want to do with your life, what you really love to do, or to go about that pace of the marathon to achieve whatever big dream you have, then subscribe to my channel. I got more videos like this. I'll see y'all in the next one. I appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.